Chapter 11. The First Breach of Trust. Trust is a fragile thread, thin as silk, strong as steel, until it snaps. Ryan had always believed that if he moved with purpose and served with integrity, people would respond in kind. And for a time they did. His youth project, Roots and Wings, flourished. Rural schools reached out for guidance. Donors pledged support. His name began to carry weight, not as a prodigy, but as a force for change. But as the circle widened, not all hands that clapped were clean. It began with Armin. He was older, 17, sharp-suited, with a silver tongue and a magnetic presence. A rising star in student politics and tech entrepreneurship, Armin took an interest in Rayan after the summit. "You and I," he said, draping an arm around Rayan's shoulder one day, "we could change the game." At first, Armin offered connections, introductions to venture capitalists, a designer to polish Rayan's pitch decks, even help filing paperwork for expansion. "You focus on the mission," he said. "Let me handle the structure." Rayan hesitated, but deadlines were mounting. Proposals needed review, and Armin seemed capable. More importantly, willing. So Rayan said yes. For the next 2 months, Roots and Wings grew faster than ever. More kits were built, new partnerships announced. Armin oversaw logistics while Rayan traveled between cities and villages, conducting field visits and gathering student stories. But then came the whispers. A teacher called Rayan from a pilot school. "The kits are late, and they're different, cheaper. Some don't work." A donor reached out. "Why is Armin asking for direct transfers? I thought all funds went through your foundation account." Rayan's heart sank. He pulled the records. They didn't match. Armin had set up a parallel company under a similar name. Using Rayan's credibility, he rerouted inventory, siphoned donations, and replaced quality components with cut-rate substitutes. He had stolen the dream. When Rayan confronted him, Armin didn't flinch. "It's business," he shrugged. "You still get credit. Isn't that what matters?" "No," Rayan whispered. "What matters is truth. And trust." Armin laughed. "You're too pure for this world. You'll learn." But Rayan didn't want to learn the old ways. He wanted to unlearn them. The fallout was swift and painful. Media headlines questioned the project's integrity. Online commentators mocked Rayan as naive. Some donors pulled out. And worst of all, the children in the villages, the ones who believed in him, were the ones who suffered first. Rayan offered public apology, not because he had done wrong, but because he had failed to prevent it. He stayed up nights writing refund letters by hand. He returned to villages to listen, explain, and promise repair. Not with pride, but with humility. And in the quiet aftermath, one question echoed louder than all. Did I forget the lesson of my past life? He had once built an empire that crumbled under the weight of pride and unchecked ambition. Was this fate repeating itself? Or was this the test he had to face? In time, some supporters returned, not because he was perfect, but because he took responsibility. The pain of breach of trust became a deeper root in his spirit. From that root, something new began to grow. Wisdom sharpened by failure. Trust earned, not assumed. A leadership less idealistic, but more enduring. One evening, as he walked alone beneath the city lights, Rayan whispered to himself, "Let this be the last time I let someone